big brother. The redhead was on fire, winning her second head of household.
Congratulations, Rachel. You are the new HOH.
And the newbies went scrambling.
We need people on our side that want to be in it for the long haul, too.
I'm ready to play. What you trying to do?
But Jeff had one target in mind.
I want Dominic and Adam up on the block this week.
At the luxury competition, the house got a visit from the boss.
The winner of today's luxury competition is Jordan.
And when Jordan didn't pick Brendon and Rachel for the reward,
Jacob, Shelly, and Kalia.
Jordan, you're not picking me to go to the screening, and I'm the HOH. What is going on in your head, girl?
they went into a tailspin.
Who cares? And let America hate us for doing that. And send one of them home.
Trying to keep himself safe, Dominic cut a new deal. But he and Danielle had a bigger plan. So she went to work.
There's you and there's Al. Somebody is gonna flip.
But at the nomination ceremony, Rachel decided not to rock the boat.
I've nominated you, Adam, and you, Dominic, this week for eviction. It's purely strategic.
Who will win the power of veto? And will it be used to save Dominic and Adam from eviction? And tonight, a new crack in the Veterans Alliance.
She wants us to fight, take each other out. Oh, my card now.
It all happens right now on Big Brother.
Kid, get me out of here.
Rachel, I'm not the target, I'm just the pawn. Let's hope it doesn't burn me.
If you guys want to, you can come upstairs to HOH.
But at least it wasn't me and Jordan up on the block. Because with Brendon and Rachel, you just never know.
With all the distrust going around in our alliance, I feel like this might be the perfect time not only to take Dominic off the block, but encourage Rachel to make a really big move in this game.
We have talked a little bit of game thus far, but I can't really trust him. And when I feel like our backs against the wall together, like it is right now, I feel like he'll open up a little bit more.
Hey, what's Rich? We're just running the scenarios through our heads of what's coming up next.
This week is not a week of nominations. It's a veto week.
You're giving us a chance to play for our lives.
Right. Exactly. Obviously, if you guys want to make a deal, I want to talk.
I've already discussed deals with Adam and Dominic, but I'm not sure if I can trust them. And I don't want anyone to feel too comfortable before the veto.
We're gonna play the veto before we try to even make deals and go against each other. Just, you know what I mean?
Dude, Jordan still does not talk to me. It's weird. Am I being weird or is she? I think she's being weird. Yeah. And she looks weird, I feel like. Like she's looking at me weird. With regards to Jeff and Jordan, people have been mentioning that it would be smart to put them up, and why won't I?
And everything you make this week.
Everyone would be on your side. That's all I can say. You think so? I guess so. Everyone knows things need to be done. Like, let's get this game on the road. So if it's gonna happen, let's go. You know what I mean? Everybody, as in everybody. Wouldn't it be a big game move to get Jeff and Jordan out right now?
The things I've been telling her are finally sinking in, and this actually might be a possibility.
This doesn't mean that it's the smartest game move. It also doesn't mean it's the dumbest game move.
No, not necessarily.
That's true too.
I don't know. Rachel and I have a big decision to make. Should we make the big game move and get Jeff out now while we still have an opportunity? Or do we roll the dice and just go ahead and keep Jeff and Jordan in this game?
Can I talk to her?
I knew I was gonna have it just as I put the headphones on.
How do you feel right now?
I feel like I 100% want to work with you and Brendon. I'm on board, I want to be with you guys, and I want to just cut out new players that you guys don't want. If I don't play with you guys, I have no shot. But I trust you guys 100% anyway over Jeff and Jordan. You guys wanted to pull me off the block last week, and I can't forget that. You know what I mean? Like, I know you want me to.
This is POV.
Adam's a wild card, dude. I don't get a good read on it at all. So you guys want me to throw it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel, Brendon, you guys owe me. How can I make your lives better? Do you want me to throw a veto? Hey, no problem. All I need you to do is take me along till I shank you in the back 3 weeks from now. How's that sound? I got you, Bill. We're like this. Besties.
Do you have a horse? Yes. Do you know Paris Hilton? No, she's 100.
Brother, watch the best video clips from inside the house right on your cell phone.
Now this is a party.
I need my spotter.
Hello.
What's up, bud?
Do you want to spot me?
Dear Dominic, would you please come help me work out? Thanks. Love, Daniel.
Yeah. X out the love part.
Good kids, fine.
Like it.
No. Sincerely.
D.
Yours truly.
How about just a please?
You're so annoying.
Remember when we were all like 10 years old and a guy would say he hates a girl would say he hates a guy, and they would like fight? You knew secretly they really liked each other, and it seems like that's what Dominic and Danny have going on.
Did you pull me out here to spot you or just because you're bored and alone?
No, I'm never bored and alone.
No, that's a lie.
You're the one who can't be alone.
I don't like being alone because I like hanging out with people.
With Dominic and I, it's a love-hate relationship. He loves me and I hate him.
Have you done 3?
How are you counting?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was your personal computer. Just how many reps you do.
Well, obviously not. I picked a smarter one than bored.
I'm seeing Danielle and Dominic hang out way too much. I'm supposed to be in an alliance with Danielle, and she knows I want Dominic out of this house. Something's not right.
It's time to pick players for the veto competition!
Participate in the veto competition. The head of household and their partner, the nominated duo, and one other duo selected by random draw. Will the nominees and my partner please join me up here? I, as head of household, will pull a chip out of the bag to determine the other duo competing in the veto competition.
I'm not happy Jeff and Jordan got picked to play in the veto competition. I don't think their chances of winning are too high, but if they do pull it out, all of my plans are denunzio.
Portia! Big Brother will inform us when the competition is about to begin. Come in.
Oh.
So what's going on?
We are, been good.
Did you talk to him yet? Yeah, we did. He's gonna throw the veto. Why? I think you guys need him to win. If he wins, then he pulls himself off.
Well, what are we gonna do? Send Jeff home?
I mean, it's an option, right?
But still, we have that option no matter what.
I'm putting all of this effort into making a huge game move that's in return gonna save Dominic from being on the block. But when it comes to Brendon and Rachel, I feel like I might as well just be talking to the mirror.
But what I want to do is win that POV. I don't want to not have an option.
Oh my god. Am I dreaming right now?
I want to be able to choose who goes home this week.
I just feel like it might be an opportunity to get rid of Jeff before he gets rid of us. Yeah.
Danielle wants us to backdoor Jeff and Jordan. Is that really best for Brendon and I's game, or is it best for Danielle's game?
I think we need to go with our gut instinct. I think my gut instinct is Danielle setting herself up to be a perfect position.
If I can see that way outside, I want to see it because I thought you guys were real close with her.
We are close to Danielle.
But she's in the best position in this house.
Oh, 100%.
150%.
Yeah. And
she's not even mentioned on anybody's target.
No, ever.
And she just rides the rail in the middle. And this story of, I never get to play for anything, I'll take that ride.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not fooling me by saying you want to play, you don't want the key. Because this way, she just plays the middle role the whole time.
The problem is that if the four of us are in a war, how good of a position is people like Danielle, Dominic?
It's bad.
And this is what I'm saying. That's what we're nervous about. Like, if we were to keep dominating.
if they would team up.
Yeah, she's looking for a partner. She's looking for something to take to the final two. Because she knows if any one of us were to go final three with us, we're going to our significant other. We're not going to get Danielle. It's logical. So at what point does she decide that she's going to go after us?
I'm really suspicious of Danielle, and I'm suspicious of Jeff and Jordan. I don't know if I can trust them right now. I know that we're all going to have to turn on each other at some point, but is now the right time? Complete power and control of everything in this house.
Lady, I'm like, who is she? Who is that? What is that lady in our backyard?
What in the world? Jeff gets really grossed out by hairy legs. If he touches my legs and they're spiky, he's like, oh, gross.
Oh no, Big Jeff's not happy about this. Guys could let it stubble for a little bit. It doesn't really get in the way, but girls, they gotta keep up on that maintenance. It's tough to be a lady. Keep it clean down there. Everywhere.
In this veto competition, you will be playing as individuals. The winner has the sole power to take one duo off the chopping block, on go, jump into the tub, and pluck a hair from the giant legs. Each hair contains a letter that you can bring back to your razor station. You'll have 10 minutes to gather as many letters as possible and spell the longest word you can.
Ectotronic. All right, America, it's another spelling contest, and I know what you all are thinking. Next up, Jeff. Technotronics. I tried my best. This is my big opportunity to redeem myself from the Technotronic demons. I just hope I don't let myself down.
To get a leg up and win the power of veto, you must have spelled the longest correct word. Once you're done spelling, press the button and lock in your answer. If 2 or more house guests spell the longest word with the same number of letters, the house guest who locked in their answer first will be the winner.
The object of the competition is to yank a hair out of the hairy legs, run it back over your station, and put it in your bin. The important thing is here that you need to spell the longest word.
Oh my god, I have a huge hair phobia. It's really weird. I hate hair that's not attached to your head. It's gross.
All of a sudden, there's this swarm of bubbles just coming our way. I mean, there's bubbles everywhere. I kept running in the direction towards the bubbles because I wanted to be in them.
The suds are everywhere. They're smacking you in the face. They're hitting the back of the head. There's nothing good about suds going everywhere, but I was clean.
I think Rachel got choked on a couple of suds. She was like, I was like, oh my god, are you okay? Rachel, be careful.
I'm going to look for words, and I'm going to try to add an ing, or an ly, or an ed, whatever makes my word longer.
You got my letters, Jeff. Oh man, it's getting harder to see. I never exactly plucked anything out of my body, but I admit I did get my eyebrows threaded one time. I had these pencil-thin eyebrows that went with an arc like this. I had to go to the Bears game the next day. I look like a cartoon is what I look like with my eyebrows up here. I'm not even looking at the letters that I'm plucking. I'm plucking and throwing. And what I'm doing is actually helping them in a sense because I'm taking these things and throwing them in their direction. Here's an S, here's an E, here's a T.
What the heck is that? And I'm looking at my letters and I'm like, well, I can't spell farting. And then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't put that.
So once I had a bunch of letters in my basket, now it's time to figure out what word I'm going to try to spell. So I had the T-I-O-N, and I saw I had a C and an R and an S, and I'm like, Procrastination. That's a great word. I know all about procrastinating.
I'm thinking about anything that I can just add an aim to. And then I start really planning out moisturizing in my head.
As I continue to pick up these S's from everywhere, Express just popped in my head. So I found the X, I went to look for the E, I had to find an R, and so on and so forth.
Let's see how everyone did. Let's start with Jordan. I spelled the word little.
Yay!
That is a correctly spelled six-letter word.
It was between little or farting. And so I was like, I'll go with little. And I'm okay with that.
Dominic, what word did you spell?
I spelled standing.
That is a correctly spelled nine-letter word. Your nine-letter word currently beats Jordan's six-letter word. You're in the lead.
Who spells a nine-letter word when they're supposed to be thrown in competition? Are you kidding me?
Rachel, show us what you spelled.
I spelled the word moisturizing.
Moisturizing? As in I need moisturizer for my hands? I don't know what that means. Good job, Rach.
That 13-letter word is misspelled. Sorry, Rachel. Now let's check on Adam.
I spell fractions.
That is a correctly spelled nine-letter word. Because you rang in before Dominic, that means Adam is in the lead. Jeff, what word did you spell?
I spell expresses. I'm back!
That is a correctly spelled nine-letter word. You rang in before Adam, so that means you take the lead. Sorry, Adam. Jeff, you're currently in the lead. Brendon needs a correctly spelled word with more than 9 letters to win the power of veto.
I need Brendon to beat Jeff. I made the deal with them, and if Jeff wins it, who knows what's gonna happen.
What word did you spell?
I spelled a familiar word, understanding.
Brendon, that is a correctly spelled 13-letter word. Congratulations, Brendon. You won the power of veto.
Oh, yeah! Who's back and he's better than ever? Rachel wins HOH, I won the POV. That's how we do it, and that's the way we're going to continue to win this game. Mwah.
Your selection to 81818. Text 1 for black licorice and blue cheese, 2 for parsnips and prunes, or 3 for seaweed and sardines.
How are your feelings on this right now? Do you think that we could get rid of the one? What? The one. What about it? Put it up. What's the point of that, though? There's no point, but what's the point if I have Jeff and Jordan? To get rid of the biggest threat in the house, who's already plotting an army against you? I don't think Dominic is gonna end up trying to get out of me. No. Like, literally, I know you're afraid of that. I mean, I've already, like, obviously talked to him, I know where he stands, and literally, like, he's on the floor. You have to trust people in this game, whether you want to or not, at least to an extent.
I don't know what else I can do to convince Rachel to trust Dominic. He's done every single thing that she has asked, and she still doesn't trust him.
You have Dominic in your freaking pocket. I don't want you feeling like if you were to make this move, that you're going to be in the doghouse, because you're not.
Out of the stragglers that are still here, you're pretty much the only one I trust. If I don't come off, you think I'm good? Yeah, I think you're good. And she go crazy. If we don't come down, I feel confident that I'd stay, but I'd have to start walking. We'd have to rally around to make sure.
Dominic's pouring his heart out to me, and as he pours out, he's talking about the people who I trust for sure most in this game, Jeff and Jordan. If he's coming after Jeff,
Last night, Dominic goes, you're the only one I can trust in this game, so I want to pair off with you. He thinks if he gets rid of Jeff, you won't come after him because you're so sweet.
body.
I think they're coming to talk to me to go on their side.
Yeah, and they're trying to build an alliance. And I think that the leader of it kind of started is Daisy.
She makes me very nervous. I love her. She makes me very nervous. She's a great social player.
I'm gonna go tell Rachel. Let's go.
I want to throw it.
So I find out Dominic wants me and Jeff out. Danielle and Dominic are working together. So I'm like the little tattletale kid, and I go right upstairs to the HOH room to tell Brendon and Rachel. We gotta talk to you. Is that Brendon? Good, because Brendon needs to hear this. We've been talking, and you need to listen to this.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing. I was trying to figure out. Just see how bad my vision is. That's why I was bad.
Okay, so me and Shelly were talking, and I was saying, you guys aren't using the Veto, right?
Well, I mean, we don't think so. I mean, we're not sure yet.
I'll let Shelly explain.
Last night, when Dominic and I went to bed, he kind of crawled over next to me and said, "Can we talk?" And I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And he said, "I trust you more than anybody in this game." He said, "I already have a baby. So I'm coming to you now and saying, I want to pair up with you and go after these guys."
Go after us guys?
Yeah. So it'll be me, you, and Danny for sure, and then we can pull a couple other people and we'll have the numbers.
They're all trying to go against us, and I'm sure Danny's right in the middle of it.
I cannot believe that Dominic has the audacity to try to form a separate alliance to come against the veterans again. Like, what are you doing here?
Here's the thing: if we were to decide to get Dominic out this week, what we have to do is not let them know.
Right. No, I agree.
So even
They have to think that.
even, we got to be careful about you girls being up here. You better get down there because I don't want them to think that you're saying anything.
Right.
And we would have to make them think that Dominic's saying this week.
Right.
Danny's by herself again. It's breaking down the lines, and then Danielle would just be like, where do I go?
I love Danielle. I think she's a sweet girl, and I would love to be friends with her outside this game. She is a manipulator.
We learned that Danielle is trying to raise an army on the other side of the house, and her first in charge is General Dominic.
At the end of the day, we have control. But if she feels that we are onto her and that we know what's going on to her, she's gonna start to worry. But just don't say anything yet.
I'm not saying anything.
What do you think is going on? You think Danielle died?
I was playing very personal with Danielle, thinking that she's a friend and she's not gonna turn on me and that she's not gonna turn on us, and because she will.
Obvious.
She already has, so. Danielle initially came to us and was like, she wanted to start a deal with me, Rachel, her, and Dominic. And basically be like, okay, we'll keep Dominic. Then she started talking about making a big move, this and that. And it was kind of like alluding to putting you guys up and sending you home. It went from like an idea to like, you need to do this. And when somebody starts pushing their agenda on me, there's a reason. And why is she pulling a card now? You know why? This is exactly what she wants us to do. She wants us to fight, take each other out, and her and Dominic are sitting right in the middle and running the other side of the house. Right. And they goes right to the end. And then she would have had control of everything.
I'm not surprised Danielle's up to no good, but I do have a problem when it comes to our alliance and her trying to break us up, and I especially have a problem when she's trying to come after me. Right now, I'm focused on getting Dominic out of this house, and next, Danielle is definitely on my radar, target number 1.
Because that's how all apart. Yeah. From now on, like, I have you 1,000,000%. Like, I don't care who's saying what, we have your back a million times.
I told you guys that too.
I know.
I was down with the final 5. Final 4 sounds better to me.
Today is the veto meeting, and obviously I have a lot weighing on my mind. We know that Danielle's really pushing to keep Dominic, which makes us want to get rid of Dominic all that much more. Because why does somebody want someone in this game so desperately unless they had some ulterior motives?
I'm pretty sure the nominations are going to remain the same today. Rachel's going to regret having the opportunity to make the best move in the game to making the worst move in the game.
do the veto competition 100% for Brendon and Rachel, to give them the power and let them make the decision. In turn, they're going to keep me safe. I held up my end of the deal. I can only hope today that they hold up their end of the deal.
Leading up to the veto meeting, there's a lot of chaos in the house these last couple days. Danielle's leading the charge. She wants to save her best friend Dominic. If Danielle thinks she's going to backdoor me at this point in the game, I think she's got another thing coming. Better reshuffle your cards.
Everyone, it's time for the veto meeting. This is the veto meeting. Adam and Dominic have been nominated for eviction. But since I have the power veto, it gives me the power to remove a duo from the chopping block. I want to give you the chance to tell me why I should use the veto to save you.
First off, congrats on winning the veto. I feel like me and Adam both have fought hard to be here. We deserve to be here. We both want to be here. We both want to fight. So it's your choice, but if it suits you, we'd love to have a veto. Here's honest.
Thank you. I have decided not to use the power veto on Adam and Dominic. This might come as a surprise to you guys. I'm in alliance with Rachel. And since she's HOH, I know it's difficult, very difficult, to put two people up in those chairs. And obviously, this is a game, and it sucks for anyone to even think about going home. And trust me when I say I know what it feels like. This veto meeting is adjourned.
Being used. I'm still on the block. The deal better hold up with Brendon and Rachel, or I'm out the door and I'm pissed.
Team PB&J breaking up. Dom, you were a great partner. You're a great friend. But I gotta do what I gotta do to stay in this house. Hope you have fun talking to Julie on Thursday.
Danielle, you showed your cards way too soon, girl. There's a definite line that you drew in the sand, and now your closest ally is gonna go out the door.
If Rachel thinks that she can screw me over like that, she has another thing coming. I'm about to get back in this game, and God knows I'm ready to play. I'm done looking out for you and your boyfriend. I am done.
Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? Dominic or Adam? And who will become the new head of household? Plus, how will the house guests react when another twist shakes up the game? It all happens live Thursday at 9, 8 Central on Big Brother.